Hey guys, welcome to another lab video for Respiratory 3260. I know at this point you guys are probably getting a little sick of me, but you're not done with me yet. Okay, so this video might end up being a little bit lengthy, but it hopefully is beneficial for you guys. We're going to be discussing the Draeger ventilator, the Infinity C500 specifically. And some of the times you would use it. So some indications, there's a lot of indications for a Draeger unit because you can use it both invasively and non-invasively. And I will show you that on the screen. I won't talk too much about theory in this video because I'm going to have a whole separate video for theory. So we're just going to learn the practical and different buttons and different features. So, again, we can give CPAP, we can give NIPPV, and we can give full ventilatory conventional support, respiratory support with the Draeger. So, and let me apologize in advance. I'm going to be moving the phone a lot, so if you guys, camera a lot, if you guys get a little dizzy. So again, as with any mechanical ventilator, we are electronically, and because we are using this for ventilation, make sure it is plugged into a red outlet. So we electronically and pneumatically run. So you do need a gas source of both air and oxygen at 50 psi. Following that, a couple other features. On the back right panel, there's a little door that can open up. So with Draeger specifically, especially with neonates, the flow sensor, it does need some maintenance. So your cord to your proximal flow sensor is in the back right corner here. So if you need to undo or attach it. And then up in the front, we have our air outlet to a heater, which then comes, let me take this baggie off, to our Y. And notice this cable and this adapter. This is your proximal flow sensor. This lets you know what your return volumes are, and basically what your baby's doing. So with the proximal flow sensor, it can be a little bit touchy, so don't feel afraid to replace this out or calibrate it, or sometimes if you just tap it, it'll get some condensation out. Other parts, so you can undo it, and this cable is not disposable, but this can be cleaned. There's little pieces here you pinch, and you pull out kind of the brain of your flow sensor, and then you actually have your actual flow sensor too that fits in line. And it just clips right in. And this clips here. So this will attach to your Y, which looks a little bit different, but one thing is it has these nice swivels for positioning, because sometimes with those little tubes, they're fragile. They can get bent easy or in weird positions. So don't be afraid to use the swivel and turning your actual tubing around to find proper positioning for your tube to make sure everything lays nice and in line and neutral for your baby. And then I just really enjoy these Velcro straps. They just help keep your circuit. I just clip it straight to the bed, help keep your circuit in line. Then we have our expiratory limb that goes back into the ventilator. If you need to, you can use different adapters. So if you're worried about infectious diseases, for example, this ventilator is set up for if we do have a baby whose mom is positive for COVID and needs to be admitted. We have a filter to protect our equipment. Also, I use these if I'm giving any type of sticky medication. For example, if I'm giving Pulmicort to a chronic lung baby and I don't want it to gum up my ventilator, I will use this on the expiratory limb to prevent anything from gumming up the internal workings of my ventilator. And that just attaches to your expiratory limb here. Also with the circuits, you will get a little grab bag of different adapters. depending on what interfaces you're using or anything you might need. So I'll use some of these adapters if for some reason I am putting a baby on a jet ventilator or different interfaces. So, but for this situation, we're just going to leave it on here to show you guys. So, on button. And now we're going to come up to the screen. If I can make that work. So you turn it on. It kind of takes a minute because remember, this is a computer. And I will do a part 2 of this video in just a second.